Hello everybody and welcome back to a new reaction to the Haunting of Bly Manor. But first, before jumping into today's episode, I have a little challenge for you on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Can you share this video to one person? One person only. You who are watching this video, imagine that if you could share this video to one person, just one, and everybody would do that, we would be at 10,000 subscribers in no time. Like, we got to 1,000 subscribers really quick. We got to 6,000 subscribers really quick because that was my very personal milestone, as you know, if you've been watching me for a long time now. And I want to see how fast we can get to 10,000 subscribers. So I need your help. Just one person. All right? Now, that being said, last time, the horror begins. Because, you know, first episode is always about presenting the characters, what the horror is going to be about. But the second episode is where the horror kicks in. And while editing last episode, I came to realize that the ghost that we had last episode, well, I think that may have been a ghost in the first episode as well, resembled the actor who played the twin brother in The Haunting of Bly House. So I think I know that he's in this show, you know, like I know that our actors from previous show are all going to be coming in this one, playing other characters, obviously. And I think that was him. I didn't check because I didn't want to get spoiled on anything really, but I think that was him. So, theory time. There's been a suspicious death, let's say that, on the premises. The previous governess, whose name I just don't remember right now, but the previous governess, who, according to Miss Grove, started to change the day she fell in love with a guy. Now we have a gentleman ghost, and Miles is acting awkwardly, and is sometimes being Miles, let's say that, and sometimes it's like he's being someone else, trying to seduce Danny. So I'm wondering, maybe is it the ghost of the previous governess's lover that is playing puppets with Miles and trying to reproduce what happened with the previous governess, but with the new one, Danny, that is. So here's my little theory to maybe what's happening, you know, because obviously from the very first episode we saw that something was off with Miles, that he was trying to hit on Danny, and but I didn't necessarily, you know, directly make the connection with Ghost and what Miss Grove said about the previous governess. But last time, obviously, with the appearance of the ghost and, you know, a week of thinking about it, things just kicked in for me. So I may be just totally off, you know, but this is what I'm going for right now, and we'll see how these develops. So going to this episode, I'm not expecting anything really. I know the title of that episode is called Two Faces Part 1. So I don't know if this is going to be 2 parts or 3 parts. I don't know. I didn't read the description as well. So Two Faces, that's an interesting title, knowing that there is obviously something going on with the faces in this show, or the eyes at least. So I'm really wondering what this is going to be. Maybe is it going to be about the ghost? Maybe is it going to be about the guy in Danny's mirrors? So maybe is it going to be both? I don't know. Maybe there is a link in between these two folks. So yes, I'm loving the show so far. You know, I'm a big fan of horror, so, and I'm really enjoying the type of horror that is The Haunting of Bly Manor. As much as I love, you know, being scared every 30 seconds or so, The Haunting of Bly Manor is one of the more insidious, if I could say so, type of horror. So I'm really enjoying it. That being said, the full reaction to that episode is going to be available on the Patreon. Link down in the description box if you want to see what everything I have to say about that episode, and if you want to support me as well. Check out the links, all the links down below. The links to all of my social medias are down there, as well as the link to access the Discord server if you're interested into pursuing the discussion up there. And that being said, we're gonna jump right in. Let's go.
He's awake. He's awake.
Yeah, pretty sure you'd rather want him to be dead. Yeah, I think it's I feel like that's the twin. Yes, that is. All right. Okay, so I won't be able to put any of that music in the video. Isn't that the office of
Most certainly it isn't.
Oh, yes. I recognize like the entryway of the office. Well, that's a twist. I did not expect.
Miss Dessel,
I just read about your win in the Baker case.
read where?
The Telegraph, of course.
You have a stain on your blouse.
Just for a
I
Russian
mean, Mr.
approach.
Wingrave is not just snobby, he's quite rude about it.
Finding my way through public law.
The surprises continue.
Position.
You're sure this is him?
Oh.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyone else see him?
Well, no, I didn't, but I'm sure she's right.
He's a thief. Just don't give him access to your bank accounts and you're probably all right.
I mean, the guy was at the window and...
Are you really gonna call Henry?
I am, but he's 2 hours away. Where are you going with that?
I'm gonna do my own sweep.
Bad idea. Weren't you scared enough? Ghost or not, no way I'm going out there on my own. Not in the wilderness like this. In the city, no problem. The wilderness, On a big property like this, even
There's not many stations that come in along this stretch, I'm afraid.
That's a big no-no.
What a gorgeous flower you are. What's your name?
I'm Flora.
Oh,
That means flower. Latin.
And you must be Miles.
Hi there.
could you just come out of the car?
But I am
That like kind of
perfectly
claustrophobic.
splendid.
What was that
This is
perfectly
Erin.
splendid about?
Like that?
Somebody's gonna burn the house at some point. I mean, how come you go this far? I thought you were just doing a sweep around the house. Now you're in the statue garden. Ah! Shit! Shit!
Chopped up your rats with it.
I'm not sure if I jump because of the side or because of the scream itself. Maybe both.
What if he's the one who's been ringing here and hanging up?
I thought those were prank calls.
So, he comes on back to find out why.
Well, that doesn't bode well for anyone.
Could you tell it in a more creepy way, please?
I'll make one of you, Miss Jessel. What's your favourite colour?
I wouldn't like to be made in a doll, unless it's a Star Wars figure.
I find these, and I thought flowers this beautiful deserve a beautiful home. So these are for you, Flora.
Not so smooth, man. Not so subtle. Oh, okay.
They're perfectly splendid.
You didn't rip up Jamie's garden, did you?
Ripping up the flowers. We've seen that somewhere else.
Keys. People are like locked rooms. They've all got different locks, and you've got to guess the shape of their key.
We've heard that as well before.
I know how so many people mix up love and possession. And I hope she haunts that fucker forever.
Might be happening.
People do, don't they?
Are they going to be a thing? Because it's almost like the second time that they have a conversation face to face, and they seem to get along really well.
I had a bad dream.
Oh,
I hurt you. And it made me
I
feel sad.
trust
you never
you.
make me sad, Poppet.
I trust you, Miles, as much as I wouldn't like to. Oh! Yeah. Peter creeping in.
Sorry, I shouldn't have.
Definitely not. That's super creepy. That's... She's in for the creepiness, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. So why 4 candles? Because they're the parents, Miss Jessel, who's the 4th one.
Well, thank you for coming to our rescue.
Well, you always come to mine.
I do kind of ship these two. And the crack is gone. Yeah.
I told him I called a goddamn doctor. He said, keep me posted.
Tell me you called a coroner and then maybe. And an official for that would get Henry Ingrate back to Bly.
You're here another night, right? Right?
You're not here to have fun, lady.
Come back to bed.
Patience.
Do you trust me?
No. What a question. Of course I don't.
Excuse me. The children, Rebecca, are on the lawn by
Yes, of
themselves.
course.
The blouse, perhaps.
The flowers.
Careful, Hannah. You know that I can have.
What have you fired? Right now, I do not care. You see, if I ever find you in here again, in Charlotte's things, ever again, so help me God, I will drag you out of this house by your bloody hair and throw you into that dirty lake.
I didn't like Butter's attitude. Should have been apologizing. Not on the spoon like this. Not really COVID safe.
Come on, Rebecca. Chin up.
Is he gonna propose to Peter?
Delicious. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, good.
I mean,
She doesn't need you.
if you're gonna flirt with him right in front of me, why would I stay for that?
Oh, is he jealous? I'm not gonna be rude.
Just stuff into your mouth since you're okay with that, apparently.
Have you gone mad?
Man, you opened wide for not 2 hours ago. Mad! You wanted people to take you seriously.
He didn't. You misunderstand.
You'll be fine.
What appalls me is not that he's acting like this, is that he's believing that he is right and that there are people just like this in real life, both men and women.
Hello?
Peter?
Peter?
He made puppets aplenty. He loved them so much.
I did compare him to Brahms from The Boy in the first episode, didn't I?
Lord went away. They forgot they were even puppets at all.
Oh, don't come into my bag.
And then
I'm gonna knock you out.
they laughed when he said he'd made them.
Can it be even more creepy?
Kept laughing. These stupid puppets! Who had
He's
forgotten.
possessed.
So he pulled on their strings, and it hurt.
Thank Christ, Peter Quinn to the rescue.
Yes.
Sorry, Pete. Bad news, but she's dead.
Thank you, Jamie.
Just one moment.
Oh, his mother's dead. It was bound to happen at some point. She apparently was already in bad shape, so you better stay together. Leave nobody alone, please.
I'm so glad you stayed. I am too.
I ship them too. In fact, I ship everybody. But I reckon one of them is gonna die by the end of the show. Never ends well. And now she's alone in the house. Yuck. Are they gonna be at the window? Me. Father. Father, brother. That episode really went by fast. I really like that episode. So it would seem that I'm not that off regarding my plot theory. Peter seems indeed to be quite confusing love and possession and to be quite obsessive. So I'm not surprised if with Miss Jessel they ended up in an abusive relationship. I mean, if maybe definitely pushed her to kill herself. That remains to be seen really what's up with him being a ghost and everything, because I do not believe last season we had any flashback of the ghosts that were in Hill House. But here this is new because we have a flashback of the ghosts as they were alive, and it was only 1 year ago. You know, it's not like it was 20 or 30 years ago. It's really recent, so I'm really curious to know what's up. Maybe that has to do, probably that has to do with Flora and her dolls. I'd hate to be turned into a doll, to know such a bleak life after death, you know. But yeah, and so Miss Grove seems to be in the end quite alright, but she notices things, namely this crack that keeps appearing here and there and disappearing. Owen's mother is dead, so most probably he's going to be spending a lot more time at Bly Manor. Jamie and Danny are getting to be a thing. I ship them, so that's okay. And Miles and Flora are still as awkward as ever, especially Miles with that story time thing. Just like Owen said, saved by Peter Quint. But yeah, I don't have any more theories really to go. I'm still going with the flow. Just a thing, we had a face now to go with the glasses of, part of a face to go with Danny's glasses. So I'm suspecting a car crash or something like this going on, and maybe she fled, you know, the United States because she needed to get away from this or anything, you know, maybe a relative, past lover, you know, or maybe a father, because the guy that we saw seemed to be a little older than her own age, so I suspect maybe a father, yeah. So that is going to be quite interesting to see what's up regarding this. Maybe it's not a ghost related at all, maybe it's just her own trauma, you know, kicking in. But regarding the Peter Quint thing, yeah, it seems that I'm rather on point. I'm suspecting like Peter's aura to have detained on little Miles, because they seem to have spent some time together. Yet I'm suspecting some kind of a possession, because influencing someone is a thing, but Miles is doing things such in a Peter-like way that it cannot just be influential, you know, not just mimicking is what I would say. And he's looking for the same things, you know, the key thing, and I don't remember what else, but yeah. There's another thing, the title, The Two Faces, so I suppose that we're going to have a parallel, obviously, now between Rebecca Jessel and Danny. Don't remember her last name, Danny. So I suppose they are the two faces that the title is referring to. So this was a part 1. I'm wondering where the part 2 is going to take us, but we can only dive in darker and darker flashbacks, I suppose. So this is going to be quite interesting. The Haunting of Hill House was doing the same thing, you know, alternating between the childhood and the adulthood of the characters. Now I suppose we're gonna alternate in between Rebecca and Danny. So it's going to be quite interesting to retrace all the events that led to her death. And I'm mostly talking about Miles being possessed by Peter Quint, but it seems that Flora has a connection to Rebecca as well in the lake. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's up with her. Apart from that thing with the lake, Flora doesn't seem to have taken any traits of Rebecca. I mean, Rebecca was not shady really, so maybe there's nothing really to take there. But yeah, Flora has that thing with the dolls that I'm looking forward to, and that ghost that we saw last episode that she was shushing. So that remains to be seen who or what this ghost is, and if there are any more ghosts in Bly Manor. And finally, but mostly, dear Uncle Henry Wingrave doesn't show up. He doesn't seem to want to step foot at Bly Manor at all. Hard to say if he doesn't care or if he's scared. He's surely quite elusive and proved to be quite rude, really, when meeting Miss Jessel. So I'm not really sure what's his deal, but something's not right about this guy. I don't know if he's just his natural character or if something is definitely wrong. So I'm gonna be paying close attention to this as well. Yeah, so that was my reaction to Bly Manor, The Haunting of Bly Manor, episode 3. See you next time for episode 4. Check down below the full-length reaction if you're interested to on the Patreon, and all the links to my social medias and the Discord server. Please leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a new video, new uploads on the channel every day, whether it is a movie or a TV or a game. And I'm going to be seeing you next time. Until then, please take care. See you soon. Bye.